The influential conservative political network financed largely by billionaire Charles Koch is now endorsing former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley in the Republican primary. A statement by Americans for Prosperity Action reads in part this way. When we announced our decision to engage in our first ever Republican presidential primary, we made it clear that we'd be looking for a candidate who can turn the page on our political dysfunction and win. It's clear that candidate is Nikki Haley. According to sources familiar with the decision, the choice came down to Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, but the endorsement went to Haley due to better poll numbers and being more ideologically aligned with the network. Joining us now, politics reporter for Semaphore, our friend Shelby Talcott. Shelby, great to see you this morning. So walk us through the thinking behind this decision, what your sources are saying. Why Haley, and does it matter in a race where Donald Trump has such a commanding lead?
Yeah, the big thing, as you said, is the polling numbers. AFP Action has been doing this for months and months. They've been on the ground talking to voters in these early voting states. I was on the ground with them last month and sort of saw firsthand that they are targeting two kinds of voters. They're targeting these soft Trump voters, who are voters who their first choice is Trump, but they're open to picking somebody else. And then they're also targeting this sect of Republican voters who just want to turn the page and want new leadership. And the first thing I'll say is there is a significant base for them to play with. The ultimate question is, do those voters ultimately vote for Nikki Haley over someone like Donald Trump? But it came down to polling, and it came down to the fact that Ron DeSantis has been struggling for months in his polling numbers as Nikki Haley has been rising. And ultimately, AFP Action looked at those numbers, looked at the favorabilities of Nikki Haley versus Ron DeSantis, and decided, listen, she's the one to back against Donald Trump. She's in the best position to take him on.
Yeah, I mean, the Koch organization certainly does not quite wield the clout it used to in the now Trumpified Republican Party, but we'll see if it makes a difference there. Shelby, let's talk Iowa, which, if you look at the calendar, it's sooner than you might think. Voters are going to be voting in 6 or so weeks' time. I know Donald Trump is heading back to that state this weekend for a series of events. Give us the latest from what you know of the state of play in Iowa.
Listen, it's still, as far as Donald Trump's team is concerned, Trump's race to lose. At the same time, you see all of these other candidates, with the exception of Chris Christie, are really going all in on Iowa. And their expectation in the state is not necessarily to come out number one against Trump. It's to come in a close enough second where they're competing. And again, as we talked about for the past few months on this show, ultimately, the non-Trump alternatives want to be the last standing non-Trump alternative. And so for them, that means we don't necessarily have to win in Iowa. We just have to be competitive.
Right. And if that person is, say, a Nikki Haley, who finishes strong in Iowa, strong in New Hampshire, strong in South Carolina, even if it's a couple of second places, then going forward, the non-Trump forces, the thought being, rally around her. We'll see if that happens, though, because polls suggest that a lot of people's second choice is Donald Trump, even if he's not their first. Shelby, there's another Republican debate for some reason next week. Give us a sense as to whether any of the candidates involved thinks it could change the trajectory of the race at all.
I've heard campaigns argue that it is making a difference, particularly with Nikki Haley's team, who has, Nikki Haley has consistently performed pretty well in the debates. But still, when you look at the poll numbers, Nikki Haley's rise, I think it's important to keep in mind she's still far behind Donald Trump. And so I've also heard the argument from campaigns that it isn't really making a difference. And so it doesn't matter as much whether they make this debate stage or not.
And Shelby, give us a sense of finances here. Where do these candidates stand in terms of just having access to the money they're going to need to stay on the air, to stay viable for these first few months of primaries?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and certainly some of the candidates are a little bit more strapped for cash than others. Chris Christie doesn't have as much in the bank, but he's being a little bit more conservative than some of his opponents, and so I think his team expects to stay through New Hampshire, which is really his focus. You've got Ron DeSantis, who is being forced for several months now to really lean heavily on his super PAC, and we've seen infighting in the super PAC, and so that's kind of affecting his standing. And then Nikki Haley, honestly, with this AFP Action, she's going to have a lot of money behind her in terms of ad money, and so that's going to really boost her, I think.